Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're looking at day 6 through day 10 of the 30 days Lost in Space kit. And if you're just starting here, I recommend you go back and watch the first video. Let's get started. In day 6, we're supposedly recharging our batteries on our crashed spaceship. And to do that, we're going to use a new component called a photoresistor. And I guess the scenario is that we're using light to recharge the batteries, like a solar panel. This introduces a couple of new concepts. The first is the serial monitor, which we'll come to in just a moment. And the second is that for the first time we're going to be using an analog input on the hero board. There's a series of pins in the bottom left purposely designed for analog and not digital signals. The photoresistor is going to give us analog values rather than digital. And here's the code for day 6. The photoresistor is connected to pin A0, one of the analog pins. In the setup code, you can see that we're setting the baud rate, the transmission rate, for the serial monitor to 9600 bits per second. We could set it a lot faster, but it doesn't matter, it's only text. And then what we're going to do in the loop is basically read that analog pin A0, read the photoresistor, and we're going to store that value. And then we're going to pulse the LED on the hero board just to show that the code is working. But what we're really looking for is we're going to print that sensor value out to the serial monitor so we can see the actual analog value being sent by the photoresistor. Here's the circuit. It's very simple. Here's the photoresistor here. And now we need to download the code to the hero board. The program has been downloaded to the board, and you can see the two LEDs flashing on the hero board as per the program. And up here in the top right of the Arduino is a little button which opens the serial monitor. And you can see at the moment the serial monitor is putting out a series of values, giving the light level that's hitting the photo cell. If we cover the photo cell up, you can see in the serial monitor that the intensity of the light dramatically decreases, which is exactly what you'd expect. If we remove our fingers, the light intensity goes up to where it was before. So you can see that this photo cell is recording the values of light to the serial monitor. That pretty much wraps it up for today's experiment. This is a skill I'm sure we'll use in a later day. So let's move on to day 7. This circuit should look very familiar. It's the same one we were using in day 6. In day 7, we're not going to change this circuit at all. It remains the same. Everything we do is going to involve a change to the program. So let's take a look at the new program. At the top of the program, you'll see we have some new variables defined. If you're unfamiliar with programming, I'll let you watch the video for day 7 to learn the difference between an int, an unsigned int, and a double. For now, suffice to say, we've defined our battery capacity to be 50,000 units, and we're going to assume it starts at level 0, and we're going to monitor the charging of the battery. There's a new function in the middle here called print battery percentage. It's simply a way to output the current level of the battery versus the full battery capacity so we can monitor the charging. You can see that the setup is the same as before, basically just setting up the serial monitor, and other changes are in the loop. We're going to read that analog pin, which contains the analog value from the photocell, and we're going to add that value directly to our battery level, as if the photocell is directly charging our ship's batteries. And then we're going to monitor it to see when the battery is fully charged. We're going to wait a while, and then we're going to print the battery percentage using that new function. This is the new program. Let's see it in operation. You can now see on the serial monitor that our battery is being charged at a fairly constant rate. If I cover up the photocell, you can see that it charges at a much reduced rate. Very, very tiny amount. If I uncover the photocell, it's being charged at a greater rate. If I point it towards the light source, it'll charge even faster. So day 7 has basically been a day instructing us in programming and allowing us to get greater value out of the Arduino serial monitor. And here we are, we're almost close to full charge. If only charging our real batteries on our spaceship was as easy. There, fully charged. So let's see what day 8 is going to bring as we continue to try and rescue our spaceship. In day 8, we get to learn about color. I have no idea at all what this has to do with saving our spaceship, which is lying at the bottom of the ocean, but at least we get to learn about an RGB LED. It's a 4-pin LED. Pin 2 goes to ground, and the others control the red, green, and blue signal. Depending upon the intensity you send to these pins, the LED will use that much of the RGB color. The RGB pins from the LED are connected to special pins 9, 10, and 11 on the hero board. You can watch the kit's video for day 8 to learn why these pins are special, and it's an integral part of the Arduino/hero board. In the code, you can see we have 3 pins defined at the top. These correspond to the circuit, and the setup is very simply just putting those 3 pins into output mode. There's a function in the middle called RGB color. It takes in 3 values, one for red, green, and blue, and then writes them out to the appropriate pins to the LED. And in the loop, you can see that all it does is create RGB values for different colors, output them to the LED, and cause a small delay. Very, very simple program. And now you can see the LED cycling through the colors. Red, green, blue, yellow, purple, white. Red, green, blue, yellow, purple, white. The RGB LED is a cool component to use, although yet again I have no idea what it has to do with saving our spaceship. But let's move on. This circuit should look familiar in 2 ways. At the top of the breadboard, we have the circuit from day 8, which is illuminating the multicolor LED. And at the bottom of the breadboard, we've brought back the circuit to utilize the photocell in sensing light. And we're going to put them together so the photocell is powering our ship's batteries, and the LED is going to display for us a concept of how full the battery is. Let's look at the program, and much of this should be familiar from previous days. We have the information for recording our battery level and how full it is. And we have the setup that turns the LED into output mode and initializes the serial monitor. We've brought back the function that displays a specific set of red, green, and blue values to the LED. And we have a function that returns a percentage of the battery level. And in this function, we have code to change the color of the LED based upon the charge level. So below 25%, it's red. 25 to 50, it's yellow. 50 to 75%, it's blue. And then 75 to 100, it's white. And then the main loop is very similar to what we've seen before, displaying when the battery is fully charged. And when it is, it turns the RGB LED to green to indicate that we've finished charging. If I hit reset on the board and we watch the serial monitor and the LED, we can see that it starts off red for a low battery level, and as it charges from the photocell, it goes to a yellow color, and then as it charges some more, up past 50%, it changes to blue, and then when it reaches 75%, it goes to white, and then when it gets charged all the way up to 100%, it turns green to let us know our battery has been fully charged. This is a great day's experiment, and it brings together two of the previous days to show them working together. Just like day 5, day 10 is a creative day. All there is a short video where the instructor for the course encourages all the students to create a project. Since there's nothing we can do here, that's the end of this video. Look out for the next video where we look at the next 5 days of the 30 days lost in space kit. And if you're liking this content, please subscribe, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.